How are we, folks? I'm 3 minutes late. Don't hold it against me. Nice to see everybody. Glad to be back. We have a special treat today. Hopefully we'll be joined by our author, Mr. Richard Fox, author extraordinaire. And we're going to read a little bit from the Xaros Reckoning, which is coming out, I believe, the 28th. I might have to be corrected on that, but I'm sure Richard can tell us. So soon. It says, congrats, this is our 10th broadcast. Wow, all right, I didn't even realize that. I hadn't been keeping track. Hey, Bodon, how are you? It's a little earlier for you this time. I know it's usually pretty late over there. And 2 hours earlier instead of 8 o'clock. We usually do this at 8. But I have plans. I'm going to be leaving town tomorrow morning to go to Virginia to do a live appearance with Andy Arndt, another extraordinary narrator. I like to say the two sexiest words in romance, Andy Arndt. And there's going to be some other Will Damron and some other male narrators. We're going to do a panel at the Virginia Festival of the Book in Charlottesville, Virginia, which is also the home of Monticello, which I've never been to, and I dig history stuff. Hey, Kim, how are you? Hey, Jeremy, Michelle, 5 p.m. there. David, what's up? How are you doing? I'm scrolling, so it might bump the screen. Josh, hello, good to see you guys again. Oh my God, are you going to come, Kim, to the Virginia event? If you're going to come, that's going to be pretty exciting. I'm going to squee. I'm going to go, ee! Just like Wallace and Gromit. Hello, Greg. Hello, Bethany. Nice to see you again. You'll be there too. That's awesome. So I was just saying, I pulled up my script. Once we're joined by Mr. Fox, you want to know a good story about Richard? He's the author of the Ember War series, which the newest one, the Xaros Reckoning, comes out next week, and we're doing a reading from it. So he, all of a sudden I get an email, and it's from Facebook saying that Richard has requested money from me, which you can do on Facebook. It's normal, like, business stuff. But I was like, I don't know Richard any money. And then, like, I go to Facebook and I open it up, and in our messaging between each other, there's like all these like puppy dog emoticons and like, how are you? And like real like strange messages. And then I get a message from Richard saying, sorry, my 2-year-old got a hold of my Facebook account. So I told him his 2-year-old should become his business manager because she's already hitting me up for cash. So she's obviously doing something right. So I thought that was pretty good. So who do we have? Number of people is increasing, 25. Awesome. All right, so I think most people know, but this is sci-fi. And we're in the 9th, I think, so we're well established at this point. Is this considered a White House leak? No, that's very good, Kim. The reason it was called 7 Minutes in Heaven for the event is the publishers, Podium Publishing, who's absolutely awesome, and is giving us 5 download codes to give away tonight. They have a rule with their legal department. They can't release more than 10 minutes of the audio. So that's why we're going to record only less than 10 minutes of audio tonight, so that we'll keep the legal beagles off of us. That's why we're going to do it. So let's see. I've got it set up to make sure I can listen. As we know, the trusty headphones come on, and then I've got it so we can record it, and it'll tell me the timestamp, so we make sure I'm not getting sued. And if I am, I'm going to say it was all Richard's 2-year-old daughter. All right. No, Kim, please don't contact your attorney. You'll give him palpitations, I'm sure. All right, 7 minutes is so worth it. I thought so. Josh knows a guy. All right, we're going to start with Chapter 2. Chapter 2. Ooh, I just got a low battery. It's okay, I got enough to get through this. All right, hey Morgan, how are you? Hi Victoria. The Beagle says thank you. You're welcome. All right, here we go. The magic bottle. I know, my silver magic bottle. If only you knew. The elixir of the gods, ambrosia. All right, here we go. We're going to jump right in with chapter 2. Is everybody ready? Chapter 2. Across the wall of the Marine Rec Room, a holo of the Breitenfeld soared through the vastness of space, trailed by the gargantuan canticle of truth. A crescendo of bombastic music filled the room as credits rolled up the screen. Weiss jumped off a metal and plastic chair, clapping wildly. Woohoo! Gets better every time I see it! He snapped his fingers twice, and the room's computer stopped the movie. The Last Stand on Takini. Lights rose, illuminating several more Marines. Orozco, Egan, Bailey, and Standish. The last sat hunched forward, his face buried in his hands. Orozco grinned from ear to ear. Bailey shook her head slowly while Egan frowned, a finger pressed to his lips. I honestly can't believe none of you have ever seen that movie, Weiss said, rubbing his hands together quickly. So many questions right now. Okay, did Captain Hale really make that great speech on the walls of New of Wiley before the first Banshee attack? That never happened, Bailey said. The boss spent most of his time trying to get the city's defenses organized, showing the Dotark which way to point their rifles. What? Weiss tugged at the collar of his shirt, revealing a tattoo of flowing script. You mean I have to get it changed? Standish groaned into his palms. Get it removed, Chunderhead, Bailey said. In case you haven't noticed, Hale doesn't waste time with big speeches before a battle. Cherries like you will be too scared to remember it when the shooting starts, and salty old farts like me know hot air when we hear it. Didn't you all run through a burning forest or something? Egan asked. I saw the repair logs on your armor. Been meaning to ask about that. That happened, Orozco said. Hale told us to button up and then went running into an inferno. He shifted in his seat. My codpiece got knocked loose during the landing. I still feel... Mistake, how we doing? Wolfie's on the laptop listening. Good job, Wolfie. Okay, I gotta do that again. My codpiece got knocked loose during the landing. I still feel the heat on my huevos. What about loading all the Dotark kids onto mules when the Banshees were coming over the walls? Weiss asked, his face growing pale. Kinda happened, Bailey said, frowning. But we did that way out in the boonies, not in the city. And Oro, rescuing that little girl from the collapsing house? Weiss began to take several short, quick breaths. No, Orozco said, shaking his head. But let's watch that part again. I look good. Franklin fighting with the Banshee on the Bright? Weiss asked. That was me! Standish snapped to his feet, his hands balled in anger. I was the only one. I'm so into it. I was the one going hand to hand with those walking nightmares. I'm the one that carried those elderly Dotark up the mule ramp. I'm the one that gave up his rations so the orphans could eat. I didn't make Franklin's for the good of all free people little pep talk, but I'll take credit for it. I can't believe they replaced me. He looked to the ceiling and pounded his fists against his chest. Cheated out of my moment of glory! Weiss's breathing became high-pitched and strained as hyperventilation set in. It's all a lie? The young Marine backed into the holo wall and sank to the floor. Bailey grabbed him by the back of his neck and shoved his head between his knees. She fanned him with her hand and rolled her eyes. It's a propaganda movie, pup. I watched the same kind of stuff growing up, about the Chinese taking Darwin. All a whole bunch of feel-good... Sorry, I went a little farther. All about... Now I can't do it once I get going. All a whole bunch of feel-good crap, Bailey said.
Wait a minute.
Egan raised a hand.
What about that Torney person? The one that found us on...
Bastards cut her out too! Standish kicked a tray table, sending plates and mostly eaten food flipping through the air.
Who?
Weiss looked up, his breathing more controlled. I was the last person ever talked to her, Standish said. She stayed back, gave up her tanks so we could get a few more... She stayed back, gave up her tanks so we could get a few more women and children off-world. God, I still haven't had a chance to talk to her since... He stormed out... I gotta burp. And check our time, we're still good. He stormed out the door, slamming it behind him for good measure.
What's that all about?
Egan asked.
I wasn't there.
Orozco shrugged. I was bleeding to death in the back of a mule when all that happened. Of all the characters, Bailey's the one that I crack up the most at because of the accent. I was bleeding to death in the back of a mule when all that happened. Bailey's hand went to her side, touching the place where a hunk of shrapnel had ripped her open. What are we supposed to do now? Weiss asked. He took a deep breath, then leaned against the wall. You guys know everyone in the solar system's seen this movie?
I'm okay with it.
Orozco took a data slate from a pocket and brought it to life with a swipe.
Especially that shower scene. I get almost 100 emails a day from the ladies.
His eyes widened as he flipped the slate toward Egan.
Good Lord, she's naked!
Egan averted his eyes.
You get a lot of those?
Orozco answered with a greedy laugh. From just beyond the door, Standish yelled, It's bullshit! Orozco laughed harder. All right, lads, Bailey said, putting her hands on her hips. We're all going to let this movie stay fair dinkum bollocks. Nobody gets on the telly and tries to set the record straight, or 1 billion people will get their knickers twisted. Bad enough trying to deal with Weiss getting a peek behind the veil.
Fine by me.
Orozco swiped his screen to the right, frowned, swiped again, and smiled. I'll have a chat with Standish, Bailey said. The door to the rec room opened with a bang. Steuben, their executive officer, loomed in the doorway.
Combatives training in 9 minutes,
the Gargoyle said.
Everyone.
But Steuben, Orozco said. We just finished overhauling our armor and servicing the mule turrets.
I allowed you 177 minutes of leisure activity,
Steuben said.
Perhaps I was too generous.
The Marines grumbled as they left the rec room. Ta-da! 8:32. We beat the time. That's what I got. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm sorry I can't respond. I wish I could read what you're writing and read this at the same time, but I haven't gotten that good. I can take these off now. Woohoo! So, we dodged a legal bullet. Thank you for your help with that. You need an Elmo versus Steuben rematch from Josh Hayes. Oh my God. Did I do that once? You bought the entire Ember Wars series. Well, you've got some good stuff to listen to. It's fun to do. Kim Erickson came out of the 7 minutes of heaven with a woohoo, and I can imagine her going, whoo. Thanks for watching, everybody. I want to give away a couple download codes. So first, the first thing I always ask if there's anybody that has special need kids. Carla, if you want to, I need you to send me your email address. Do it through Messenger, direct messenger on my professional site. And then I will pass your email on to Podium Publishing, and they will supply you with the download codes. So let's see. Yes, you could bring books to read or to sign on Saturday, Bethany, of course. I'd love to. And I'll have a little free giveaway thingy that'll be cool if you come on Saturday. There's a little something there, so I've got something to give away, which will be fun. Clutch the pearls, Mabel. I'm feeling the vapors coming on. That's right, Kim. You crack me up. Cancer Survivor Kid counts, Deanna. So let's count up who we've got. I know I have Deanna, who just posted. Oh, thanks, Bodon. He's telling us about a good sale. Was the 3-Body Problem a tough read? It was hard, but it was really good. But it was thick. It was hard. Yeah, the codes for Ember Wars for the first 2, they do a publisher pack for the first 2 of the series. I should say that. Hey, Rocky. Nice to perform for you again. It's been a while. Coming to Alabama. I wish, John, I have to get that far south. It's been a while. Hearing impaired will work April, so we've got 3 so far. I think Deanne, Carla, and April. That's great. I really want to support you guys in any way I can. I wish we could do more, but I appreciate everybody watching and everybody listening to the books. I've got a busy rest of the spring, and I've got some big stuff coming out that I can't say anything about yet, so I'll tease you, which is really nice. But there'll be a big announcement coming soon, at least in the next couple weeks. And then the rest of my dance card's pretty full, so it's going to be interesting. And then, barbecue on you. I'll take you up on that, especially if we're in Alabama, John. I bet you it's darn good. So let's get 2 more going. Who can name the 3rd book in the Ember War series? Can anybody name the 3rd book in the Ember War series? I'm sure somebody can look it up, but maybe someone can name it before somebody looks it up. I don't even know if I can name the 3rd one. Laurel K. Hamilton's great. I'd love to read some Laurel K. I don't know if she has regular narrators, though. A lot of times people have regulars that they've used for a while that they like. If you know the 3rd book of the Ember War series, I've got 2 more codes to give away. If you know Blood of Heroes, Bodon, it's you. Good job, buddy. And it was good, too. I like that one. I like that one a lot. Emily! What? Everyone, I want a round of applause for Emily Durr. She makes my life so much better. And I've never met her. Can you imagine that? Well, I've never met pretty much all of you, so that's not that hard to imagine. But everyone say hi, Emma. Let me try that again. Whew. Everyone say hi, Emily. Hi, Emily. I hope I can see you in June, maybe. That would be nice. So, John, we got the Blood of Heroes already. But since you came in second, we'll give you one too. So let's do... Aw, shucks, Emily. So we've got 5. We've got John. Let's see if I can remember all these. Bodon and the 3 ladies. So make sure you know, Carla, yeah, you know if you send me your email, then I'll get you those. All right. I'm going to sign off because I've got a pack for my big trip. But I really appreciate all of you guys coming in. And we need to get you... I lived in Ohio for a while, Sarah. I lived in Cleveland, and I taught at Case Western University. I taught acting for a couple years. It was awesome. I loved it. And since I was from Michigan, I definitely could handle the Cleveland winters. But they were rough. All right, I hope I can see some of you on Saturday. If not, I'm going to do another one of these in a couple weeks, but I'm going to be gone for a while. So probably in April, right around the time for my birthday. Oh, ciao bella. All right, you guys. Near Ohio University. Very good. Go Buckeyes. Have a great weekend. I'm going to hit the button. Woo! Still not doing it. False. All right, here we go.